What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here. Today we're going to be talking about the best places I've found to grind out some good gear in Dungeon Realms. Let's go! So a quick tip before we find our places to grind: if you haven't already, use the magic launcher to launch the game, and go ahead and include Raid's minimap as one of your mods. That way you can add some waypoints, and it's way easier to figure out where you're going to be going. So we're going to head west out of town, and then south to Harrison's Field. So Harrison's Fields is going to be your first staging area, the first place you're kind of going to start from. And if you're unfamiliar, gear is the name of the game. Dungeon Realms is a gear-based game, so the gear comes in tiers. You have Tier 1, Tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as you come into Harrison Fields, if you head out here to the west, I'll show you a little quick run in a fasty, speedy up bit, and just give you an idea of kind of a loop that you can do to hit a lot of chests and get some gear to get started off with. So as we continue to head in this direction, you're going to see some of these standing stones here. It's a great place to get a bunch of baddies, but you do have to be careful. If I'm not mistaken, this is a PvP zone. But on the other side here, you'll see that we have a bunch of chests. Check it out, guys. So in this part of the loop, you're making your way back to Harrison's Fields, and you'll see there's a big windmill here and a couple more chests. Normally there's one right underneath this lamppost. There's a couple inside. Let me see if they're here right now. There you go. And one normally hangs out over here in this piece of wool. So after that run, you're going to be pretty full up with stuff and things, so it's really nice because you can just head right back over here, grab these last couple of chests, kill a small pig, and make your way back to Harrison's Fields. Go ahead and unload your gears, sell, put stuff in the bank that you want. Also, this big tree, if you haven't hit it on your way in, or your way out, pardon me, you can hit it on your way in. There are two chests, one normally located right there, and another right up there. So, not a bad little run for when you're just starting out. And next we'll go ahead and kind of look at maybe a Tier 2 or the next level, and I'll show you exactly where that is right now. So after you've got your inventory cleared up, you got all your good stuff banked that you want, go ahead and head south right out of Harrison's Fields, a couple hundred blocks away, or maybe 100 or so, and there's a second little spot that I want to show you guys here. So we're almost directly to the south. You can see we're at -64357,969, and there's a nice little spot right here you can hit. There's a chest that you can come right into. And then over here you're going to see a group of Tier 1, and then right above it a group of Tier 2. The Tier 1 group does have a boss. Kind of difficult. Might be if you're in lower level gear, especially if you're in T1 still, but not bad if you got some better stuff on you. And I normally just kind of do laps around in this area, down in this bottom area, grab this chest here, and then up on the hill you're going to see there are 3 chests. As you can see in this area, the respawn rates are pretty quick, so you kind of have to be on your toes. You may want to, go ahead and pull your mobs a little bit more slowly with your bow. It might not be a great idea to do what I'm doing here until you have some better stuff. But yeah, after you've kind of done your stuff and things in this area and you got all the stuff that you want, most likely you're going to go ahead and find, let me see if I got one here. Yeah, there you go. You're going to find a teleport scroll. That'll take you right back to Harridson's Fields. Alright, we're done banking from run on tier 2. We're going to head southeast out of town, and this is a little bit further away, probably around 300 blocks. Like I said, straight to the southeast. I'll show you where it is. Alright, we're coming up on it now. It's about -275, right around 975. This is going to be the first place that you're going to encounter anything tier 4-ish, the first place that I found. And it doesn't really matter what kind of gear you're in. I don't necessarily recommend that you take those guys on. But in this little standing stone area, you're going to see that there's a large, there's your T4. Oh, there's a large population of really bad guys. Tier 2s and tier 3s. And you got to be really careful. It doesn't really matter what kind of armor you've got on. Unless you're rocking tier 4 or something like that, you know, it's a big deal. And I can't take on 3 tier 3s at the same time, so I'm going to beat feet out of here because I may have aggroed a little more than I can handle. But yeah, so this is going to be a good spot for you to go ahead and use your bow, pull these tier 3 guys, and if you have more powerful weapons, stuff like, you know, over 60 damage or a high magic bow or something like that, it's going to be a little bit easier for you here. Lower level tier 3 gear actually is still pretty difficult to use in this area, and I've also found that just another tip, it doesn't feel like tier 3 farming is sustainable at this point. The drop rates aren't quite there, and it almost feels like gearing up with a really good set of tier 2s and going out and getting some tier 1 and tier 2 guys lowers your repair bill to the point where it's a lot easier for you to make some money. Out here it can be done, but it feels like about 1 out of every 4 runs that I do is profitable. But doing runs like this and kind of going a little bit more slowly can make it easier for you to farm out here. But there, you can see that was quite a big drop of gems from that tier 3 guy. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and head back to Serenica, and we're gonna wrap it up. I'll show you what's going on over there. So we're back in Serenica. We got some loot. We had some fun. I showed you some good spots. If you do have any questions, you can leave them in the down there. As always, if you liked the video, don't forget the like button and share and favorite as you see fit. Much appreciated as always. I hope you have a great rest of your day.